We're here today with Mr. Agile, otherwise known as Mark Layton, founder of Platinum Edge and author of Agile Project Management for Dummies and Scrum for Dummies. We're going to go over some of the commonly asked questions from students and clients. How do you use a UX designer on an Agile project?
Well, keep in mind, Scrum doesn't really dictate how you're going to use a UX designer. What Scrum dictates is it says, hey, at the end of your sprint, we want to have fully built product that is potentially shippable. Now, oftentimes what we'll do, and we work with some of the largest sites that are in the world where aesthetic design means everything. We often like to run our UX teams as their own Scrum team. And the reason that I like to do that is many times people will take one person, they'll put them on a development team as the UX designer, and this person is now responsible for doing information architecture, they're responsible for doing aesthetic design, they're responsible for doing content strategy, and these are very different skills. In fact, many times they're conflicting skills, right, that are on here. And so I personally like to do competitive design. I like for the UX team to be larger, and I like to generate a lot of ideas within that sprint time box. Now, because we're running those iterations doesn't mean that the engineering team is waiting. What I'm going to tell them is, hey, I want you to start building out the high-risk engineering from day one, just using gray screens. Now, whenever that aesthetic design is approved, okay, now we're starting at the 80% mark, and we're just applying aesthetic design to what is already working engineering. Many times what will happen is the organization will wait until they've signed off on aesthetic design before the engineering team even begins. You're starting at 0%. And so many times with these projects, we can accelerate them simply by running these as parallel processes. And we really want these to be parallel processes to accelerate the project.